This reading is specifically for whoever is having that tension, headache, migraine. Excedrin is not helping it. Nothing is as good as our song. Seriously, the day started out great. Bad vibes, and then went to bad vibes and off energy. Of course it did. But we have good and bad. Pink and black, and we have good and bad. Someone is struggling with a decision that they have to make. They're weighing their options, what's good and what's bad about it. What? I don't react when people hear your name. That's not what the card says, but that's what I said. I don't react when people hear your name. Okay. What is... I don't react when people hear your name. When you're being talked about, just keep believing in yourself. There's something that whatever you're doing recently is leaving a good, like a bad taste in some people's mouth, but then also is being spoken about in a positive way as well. Okay. I'm getting exposing. Are you exposing people? Let's do this old school. Are you exposing people? The headache? You're weighing your options, good or bad. What is the most good? Is this... Okay. So what I'm kind of getting from this energy is that you are at this crossroads. There is something that you want to expose, to bring to light. You feel like it's very important. You feel like your voice needs to be heard over the certain matter. But also you're weighing yourself and your options here because of the ethics of it all. There's something about you telling your story. But it involves a past with other people who are not the same people as they were then, or you don't believe them to be, or you believe that they've changed. Now, is it still ethically okay for you to speak about your experience here? This is very specific. What the hell? Okay, but because it could hurt other people that you do care about. There's a lot about that. You're creating this headache over the ethics of it, of what you should do. Is it ethically okay if, because first and foremost, speak your truth, of course, but if you know someone's grown, is this you like calling them back to like what they've done before? You really don't know what to do with this. We complement each other. We compliment each other now. That's not in the relationship sense. We're talking about like you would say good things about this person today, but whoever this was or whatever the situation was that you lived through and that was not positive, is it okay for you to talk about it now? Because that's not who they are now. Oh, that's giving me a headache. That's giving me a headache. I get it, okay? I get it. Something toxic. Keep on, we use these as they resonate. This doesn't necessarily have to be an ex. This could be a toxic person from your past or a toxic situation. Literally, we have compliment where you would compliment them now. There is this toxic past. Is it okay for you to speak about it? And that's not me asking you. And that's not anyone else asking you. This is just you asking yourself. Because it's not, I feel so alone. It's, I felt so alone. You know that whatever you went through, other people may have went through it too, or they could be going through it now and you feel like it would help them, but also it could hurt someone today that you don't believe would be deserving of it today. It's a very interesting download today. So what do you do? Whatever you decide to do, with whatever information that you're holding, this is how you move forward. This is how you create balance, stability. This is Queen of Pentacles. It does feel like that this thing that you may not be currently suffering from, but you have in the past, it is important for you to release it in whatever way that you see fit. But Spirit is being very to the point that burying that, pushing that down and pretending like it doesn't exist or it didn't happen, that is definitely not the way to go. There might be a better way to go about it than how you're like currently deciding on how to hold others accountable for their past. That still complements how they've changed and still gives credit to that. But it is important for you to do this and try to hold a nurturing energy towards this as well. Wands again. We have fire and earth energy in this too, being very significant. A decision has to be made. You can't stay in this limbo period. I think there's something coming up where I just looked on top, 3 days, that this is how you have to move forward. And there's a decision that's coming in very quickly. Possibly by the end of this week, you'll have to make that decision. You'll have to make that call on how to move forward, to release this toxicity from yourself, to get into a better alignment with yourself. Ask God, ask your spirit guides, your spirit team. You're going to have your answer about how to move forward with this information that you've been holding by the end of this week.